This on long last round. This time it's going to be BTN peeking around the corner and getting the heck out of dodge. Wants nothing to do with that. Raga will take first blood, and there's the set. They control the bathroom. This is a one-dimensional push from the T's. They'll at least get the first frag. Need a little bit more. And damage not necessarily working out for them. Raftu now solo, vulnerable to the nade. The AG comes in for the dunk. That's a touchdown right there, and it's going to be Spellen. All that's left, just trying to get a little something going here. All he's got is a Deeg, 46 health, and armor. He's already got 2 kills to his name. Might get a third, where player's quite low, but they'll secure it. Nexus keeping 3 alive, keeping rifles alive to boot as well. Going to survive that force buy, going to get themselves a nice, comfortable eco here. Looking for a clean conversion off of this pistol. I think that really comes down to the control outside bathrooms, right? Because I actually like that setup from the T's. They got close, but then it was ultimately just the control of the player right outside the wall in bathrooms, which I think was Raftu managed to keep them, or rather, no, so Raga who managed to keep them alive.
Yeah, I think it was mostly the fact that as well they were so coordinated with their utility on the long A control, right? That it was just so difficult for the Bulgarian boys to make any space there on that long A hit, but. Now we're off to an alright start here for SKADE. They've gotten the first pick. They've taken a little damage getting that one as well. Now, of course, they don't have much armor, so they are going to be shredded by any of the weapons. Nexus, they're doing a great job early in this half. They've denied the first round in the second round. They denied themselves a double eco, but now they're starting to sustain some casualties, something that, realistically speaking, they can't really afford to do because a buy from SKADE is coming next round, and last thing they want is a double eco.
Go. Nice timely smoke there. That was actually, was that a T-side smoke that came? It's a little questionable to me. They had the pressure up on Raga, but they don't want to deal with it. They want to rotate off, and it's because they found a soft spot over towards B. Spellen has just walked out here. He's got the deagle, doesn't have the armor, but likely will be able to get a plant at the least here. He's trying to clear further, wants more, and SXE is going to back into him. Oh no, it's exactly what he was waiting for. That one kill. Knew a player was likely up on construction, and it yields fruit. Now the bomb's going to be planted. He'll be able to get back around, get to the rifle as well, and get the heck out of dodge. He's going to reposition to throw this Molotov to pin them further back. That's going to mean that both players have to come out to heaven position. They're prepared to do so. But this gets tough. They have no information on these remaining players. Yes, they don't have armor, but all it's going to take is one player finding the back of an exposed CT for this to all fall apart. To try to come around to get this defuse. There's the first. That's big. And the second as well. Raga, nice responses here. And the defuse should be able to come through here, but they got to hop on immediately. They've realized where Rocking is. He just doesn't have the health to take this fight, especially without armor. All it takes is one last shot, and that's going to be the round. But that was risky, Roy. The bomb plant through. So much damage done. That's looking a little curious.
What happened to the Molotov that Spellen picked up off the body? Why wasn't he the player in short A? Or, excuse me, short B, just holding on to it?
Jumped it immediately back into graffiti.
Ah.
To hold it back, which is why they both came out heaven, but still, it could have been held a little bit longer. But he got it out of his hands pretty quick.
Yeah, I feel like that was a great contingency plan, right? That's really unfortunate there for SKADE. They've done a good job, though. That was a solid eco. That wasn't just pistols, no armor after all, right? So the fact that they even brought it down to that scenario is phenomenal. But now this is really Nexus holding on to their lifeline, right? This is the remainder of their economy, remainder of their investment, all used up. But they are off to a good start. Raga's again on the opening pick. Spellen gets boosted up. 1-for-1 trade. Maintains the advantage for Nexus. And the Romanian side continue to be active on this map. They're moving around. They're not becoming plants, Mike.
Not rooted to the ground at all. That's going to be a nice pick for Denny's Law. That might just open the site up, but there's still Zello. He's got something to say. There's 1 and 2. Big play from Zello. Locks down this site. Bomb was nowhere nearby, but he's going to make sure it can't make its way to B. And now it's all onto Rocking. He's alone. He's lost all of his teammates. He's got no utility whatsoever. He's just operating as a lone wolf, trying to get towards the site, trying to get something going here. Maybe he sneaks in a bomb plant. BTN is not on the upper site, so they're playing very passive towards A. So he should be able to at least get the numbers punched in here if he just goes ahead and forces that issue. But not a lot more, potentially, for SKADE. Rocking needs to come up huge here. They're going to have a hope of taking the round, and I'm really impressed with Nexus so far. They've done a fantastic job of responding to everything that SKADE is sending their way.
Yeah. It's
early days, but it's very promising.
Yeah, and I think the one thing that I'm really impressed by with Nexus is the fact that they're willing to leave sites completely open. Right, this is the second time we've seen it. Look at this. Rocking's just walking in. He's confused. He's like, "What? There's no one here, really?" And that kind of creates a little confusion for him. But it's just Nexus remaining together, remaining strong as a unit, and now they're going to be retaking with all 3 men coming in from the same direction. potential via bank and jump up and rocking 1 versus 3.
Defuse tap, and it doesn't even matter. They drop the smoke, but that just serves to give Zello his 3rd kill of the round. Having a fantastic performance here. 6-1 right now. Just a clinical round. And that's a 4th on the board. That's the 1st gun round overcome. Of course, with the plant, we'll get another gun round right off the back of it. There's plenty of money there for SKADE. But so far, they've had a lot of trouble. They've been getting bomb plants, right? Because as we talked about, Nexus is willing to give them to them. They've had trouble getting to advantageous situations, getting this early damage. It's been tough for them. Need to see a bit of an adjustment, and this time it's looking like aggression in towards connector. There's 2 CTs here. Utility will slow them down at least for the moment, but that's a lot of information gained as well. And I think we've got a... Oh, I thought it was a boost up for a second on the steps, but no, they're just playing 2 in here, ready for a take, ready for some sort of aggression out from SKADE.
And they're keeping it kind of... They're keeping SKADE guessing early, right, in terms of what they're doing, in terms of where they're going for their aggression, where they're going for that info flow. And so far, it's been working out quite nicely. But there's still a lot of time left on the clock, and SKADE is regaining ground here by the second towards the outside. Party, fountain, soon bathrooms.
BTN's going to retake this position outside bathrooms. Timely flash pushes him back, but he's only been cowed for a second. He's continuing to control bench here. And this was a position that gave them some trouble previously. Weren't very good at clearing this out. This time, certainly, they're going to hard check. And the gun comes around the corner, and he gets the tip off. He gets the advantage. Timely flash as well. BTN with the 2nd frag as well. That flash thrown from Raga was perfectly timed. Now this is just an easy setup. Raga can hold it steady. He can fall off this into the bank if they want. They do clear BTN, trying to get a little cheeky around the bathrooms, and the 2nd kill as well starts to pose some questions. But the rotations are timely. Zello is here, and as we've seen, Zello does not mess around. So that's going to be a 5th round for Nexus, comfortably at that. And they are just kind of rolling here. Again, SKADE just have had a lot of trouble getting these initial fights, getting this initial aggression, taking any sort of an advantage, and then by the time they're hitting the site, the presence is just overwhelmingly Nexus.
Yeah, kind of appreciate their approach as well, right? We're playing forward early on, right? And that's forcing SKADE to use a lot of their utility to retake that very far away control. So by the time they get to the sites, right, they don't really have much left in their hands to use. And Nexus has everything to use. And so far, this is looking pretty convincing for Nexus, I must admit. The remaining side is absolutely crushing it right now, and every round is different. Every round is dynamic. They have their protocols in check. Right, they had that bathroom player, Divider. He got the 1st kill, waited for the flash, got the 2nd, and then immediately he was on the long A flank. That's so sick. That's a lot of pressure. And right now, SKADE has not found a single solution just yet. But right now, they are flooding over the bathrooms.
Reminder as well, this is SKADE's map pick. So it's also something to keep in the back of your mind that this is a map that they should be feeling comfortable on. Of course, the T side can be tricky, especially now that you've got that CT op up. But I expect to see a little bit more of an impact. Still early days, very early days. Lots of chance to recover to figure this out here. This time it looks like they're going to go for a bit of a burst on towards A. There's heavy presence here though from Nexus, including that off. It's a pretty good setup to deal with this. They've still got utility as well to slow this up. And as we start to hit 35 seconds, they've got to make a decision. Spellin is throwing some util over towards B, and he's drawn the rotator, but only for a second. IM's going to get back in, throwing a flash. Uso has lost his teammates in the meantime. IM have a lot to do now. He's found 1, gets the 2nd as well. The low HP player looking for the 3rd, but running out of bullets there, going to make it a little more difficult. Zello somehow anticipates Spellin rotating all the way back around. That's going to leave Rainwalker on his own, and he's not going to be able to find anything more. Bomb will be defused. A plant again means that SKADE will continue to be able to buy here, and this buy is going to be very healthy indeed. But Nexus, meanwhile, are perfectly happy to continue to bank these rounds.
I think so. Although that did kind of come a little closer than it should have probably. Nexus, they maintain the same sort of weaponry approach, right? Single op, 4 rifles. This time it looks like they want to go really aggressive on towards the A site early. They have the opera towards long gate. They have BTN kind of in long bathrooms as a pivot point, right? He keeps eyes on connector. He keeps eyes on long to support his teammate if he needs to. And right now, SKADE on the other hand, they're kind of doing their default towards the B site. It looks like it's a full set piece coming in on the B site, and soon players will begin to flood.
Yellow gets the first kill. It's going to distract focus. He's clearing out the connector just to make sure there's no one here lurking. There isn't indeed. The question is he going to continue to push through on this flank? It seems like he might. No, he's coming back to the door now, and Kill's coming in on site, rocking. That's two massive cracks, but unfortunately time to reload as he pushes around the corner. Gonna get him caught by the flare and water. Quickly traded though, and here we go. SKADE are on the board. Denny's Law manages to clear out the last two, and there we go. A little bit of an answer, a response, a site take. It's comfortable. They've got some control. And they're actually going to bring in the timeout immediately off the back of that because they know how important it is to be able to convert this next round. The money's not great for NEXUS. They're going to be at the end of their rope. If they can win this, if they can win this gun round, all of a sudden this map is blown wide open. They got a great chance to get back into it.
Now, SKADE might have had a bit of a rough start, but at least they've been consistently keeping NEXUS's economy in check, right? They haven't really been necessarily clean rounds for the Romanian side. Now, SKADE, they're sitting pretty. They have a lot of money. They have a massive loss bonus. They have a bit of a safety net. So these rounds are so important for them to close out. At least one of these next couple rounds for SKADE needs to be closed out for them to at least bring this deficit back, potentially take the lead here towards the end of this half. And if they can finish with, even, 6 rounds, 7 rounds is great. If they can finish with a win at 8 rounds, if they close out this half 9-6, that would be massive for their psyche for sure. Right now, this timeout is over. Strategizing is done. It's time to put it in action. And I really wonder what the approach will be here for NEXUS. They've been pretty versatile with rifles and ops, but now they have a little less than that. They have MP9 and a CZ for BTN. And it looks like they're going very aggressive towards connector.
Down here, Molly's round connector control, at least being held on to for the moment for NEXUS. They're gonna stack up, but that's exactly what Rainwaker was hoping for, and he's gonna get the damage onto himself with the kill in his pocket, and that's all that matters. And again, the trades continuing to stack up here for the T side, and they're perfectly content with this. As long as you keep the advantage here, they're A-okay, and these one-for-one trades just leave their hands in a big way, but no! This is the upset. SXE has gotten all the way around, and he's done the damage through the sewer tunnel. He's found the kills, and now Denny's Law has players on either side of him. A CZ approaching. He's got to hit this first, and he has it, but does he anticipate the flank? Oh, not in enough time. He'll actually get the shot on, but it's not a shot. It's a leg, and that's a brutal 7-1. The Brazilian scoreline comes through, and just by the tips of their fingers, NEXUS salvaged that round.
Yeah, it always seems to sneak its way in, doesn't it? The 7-1 scoreline. And that came so close. And you gotta love that from NEXUS, right? They always have some sort of contingency protocol. They always have some player on the flank or on some sort of pivot point that's securing these disadvantages for their team. But again, the loss bonus for SKADE, it's still okay. They still have money. They still have rifles. They have a lot of utility to back it up. And I still feel like they are in the driver's seat. They can still reclaim this half here. Nice shot.
That was dirty. There's only so many times you can take that info hop. Someone's gonna check. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Now they're rocking straight into the site. Rocking himself, getting 2 kills. And that's the site wide open. This is a save already. At least it should be. Yes, indeed. They're backing off. The money's not there for the CT side. And they've got an AWP and an M4 and a lot of utility to save. This is worth hanging on to. So SKADE, just a quick round, quick execution into the site, dominant take, eliminate all defenders, and just secure this second. So they may have stumbled last round, but they're back into it, and now keeping 5 alive. That'll give them a little bit of a cushion to work with, a little bit more comfort here to try and get back into this half.
If it wasn't for this AWP and M4 that they're saving, this would be a hard double reset, right? This is what they're looking for. Raga does eliminate Spellin. They know where the AWP is, but they can't really lose too many numbers hunting for this, unfortunately, because their money's pretty limited as well.
They want to. It's not advisable, though. One more drop, and this gets very rough for the T side. Okay, nobody. I mean, they lose 1 more for the T's, but they'll keep 3 alive so they can continue to grow. But what was looking like a massive cushion has just kind of been deflated a little bit. Bit rough. They should have a comfortable round here as the 4 spy's gonna come out from NEXUS, so they're risking it. They're going for it. They're making it rough. They've got 2 MP9s, they've got a CZ, and they have that AWP and M4 to build around. We'll see what they can come up with it. The AWP really does need to lead the charge. How are they gonna try and activate them early? A boost up over towards the B bomb site. It's present here. gonna find anything yet, and the boost up over towards A instead comes back to bite them. That M4 is gone. One of the MP9s is out as well. Honestly, this is a pretty tough situation. Braga gets back through to get a frag, but still a man disadvantage, and that AWP really being the last big threat you have in the round makes this a tough hold indeed. Still hitting it despite blinded up. Another Raga making this happen. The hero play to save them, to keep them alive, but it's only so long he can hang on. And despite massive impact of that AWP, now it's all going to be left to SXE, and all he's got is a CZ.
Yeah, not really the best of weapons for the scenario, Mike. Now, he's heard one player to his left. The only person that he's kind of unsure about is Dennis Law. And Spellin is just playing this savagely. He's just waiting inside the smoke. The MP9 jump up, but Spellin has a superior weapon. And it will be another round for the Bulgarian boys, who have now broken in a double eco fashion for NEXUS, who are now struggling. And it will be SKADE at least in a double attempts here to close the gap, right? This could be their chance to find that 5 rounds here onto the T side. Man, Raga, he almost bought him a ticket out of that one.
Right. So impressive with the AWP. 15 and 6 is his line right now, but he's putting some massive numbers on the board, doing a lot for his team, and that AWP in particular is just deadly. I thought they were certainly out of it. I was honestly thinking it was a 5v3 that there was a consideration of the save there. No, something else to say for it. This round, not going to be so effective. It's just bare pistols, and Rainwaker is going to open this wide up. Raftu continuing to kill everybody for the Nectar. He's low and vulnerable. Zella will find that kill. Now it's just a question of whether he can keep this AK alive. No, he cannot. Denny's Law is waiting for him to try and get up the ladder. That's a quick frag and a quick round as well. So SKADE will get that 4th, and as you said, they are now very comfortably in striking distance of at least securing the 5, potentially rolling it forward.
Yeah, I misjudged the loss bonus. It's actually a little higher than I anticipated. This is only a single eco, so actually SKADE is not quite going to get that 5 rounds on the board for free here. They will be met with some hesitation, but this is a little less than ideal for overpass defenses, right? You're limited on utility. You don't have a kit. You don't have an op to contest the long range, so you're pretty much fighting with rifles for any sort of control that you're looking for, and that could not end well.
Interesting. Spellin tried to throw a smoke onto a Molotov, and it actually bounced over the Molotov. Always a fun thing in CS. He will be all right. No harm, no foul. There's no one there for him to really catch, though he was trying to go for that aggressive peek on towards construction, I believe. And he will eventually find the ground. So they're starting to work their way around towards bathrooms. This is a position that's given them some trouble before, but it's pretty soft right now for NEXUS. They put the heavy emphasis in towards the B bomb site. They've just left BTN here to defend. Got support at range from Raga, but Raga doesn't have the op this go around. So honestly, I think if this hit does eventually come in towards A, it's a pretty good shot for SKADE to take it. Barring BTN pulling something a little nutty here. Does have the positioning though. Utilities around him. He's got the first, and they left him alone. So that's Raftu to fall, and now NEXUS has the advantage in their pocket, and it's shifted the T response over toward.
Now, mind you, there are only 2 defenders here on this B site. They're falling off. They're about to play a base setup here. It might end well. They might end well. Hands, a 2-for-1 deal so far for NEXUS. That's ending well, but Danislav, he'll not quite let that spin out of control. However, IM does respond back. Now it's all down to Danislav. His position is known. He's in the open. There's so many players. The reinforcements are here. The cavalry has arrived, and NEXUS, they keep 8 rounds here on the board. They maintain their dominant lead, and man, this is ending. This is turning into something I did not expect, to be honest. I thought SKADE were gonna have this T side much easier, but they're struggling. They're sweating here.
They certainly are. They're going to have the ability to compete right back in, and even if they get a bomb plane here, I think they'll be able to continue buying, but this is their best shot. They still got the op, they still got all the utility in the world, and they still got the chance to break NEXUS's economy. If they give it up here, if they allow NEXUS to take another round and to take it comfortably, this window to really start to even the scoreline is going to evaporate very quickly. Again, we're seeing NEXUS is really quick to rotate their presence between the 2 sites, and I kind of like that. They're responding to aggression from SKADE very well. They're keeping presence in flux. They're going for a lot of boost ups, although missing the boost there and making a little panel noise means they're not going to attempt this twice. But Raftu nearly gets caught out. He was peeking for that info spot, but he nearly got as a result of it. Now I think that's going to slow SKADE down for a little bit. They're going to hit the brakes just a bit and slow down before they do eventually figure out which site they want to hit.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised that Rafty got the worst end of the stick on that exchange. I thought for sure he was going to win that, but he only did 9. Took 32 back. Right now, SKADE is just holding on in water. The problem is there's still some utility left here on the B defenders. That's going to be a smoke there at 40 seconds. That's going to dwindle the time even further. And right now, SKADE are looking for the execute here. But the bomb is still top connector, so that's not quite suggesting they're ready to fully commit on the B site. I think they might just go out towards A. Yeah, they are.
Okay, here comes the hit, and it's really just going to be up to Raga. I say only Raga, but he has been so good. Missing players immediately, but there we go. Close-up op shot now. They've got to contend with him. He's not going to be able to get the second, but he's got BTN in position. Unfortunately, that's going to be traded back out. The health isn't great for the T side, and the time is just barely there for them to get the bomb down. Problem is, Dennis Law had to commit to it, and now the players have gotten close up enough, just not leaving themselves enough time to properly clear that and hold on in the post plant. It is going to be a round again for Nexus. SKADE getting the bomb plant means I think they'll probably be able to scrape a bye here. But Nexus have now secured 9. They're looking to put that double-digit half on the board and really set themselves up beautifully to clear this game. Bye's borderline. I don't know if they go for this.
Yeah, I'm not so sure either. I just feel like you can't. If Rafty maybe had enough for the Galil armor, you would justify it, but... Oh.
No?
They are justifying it. It is the Galil armor. Sorry, my math is hard, but... I guess I was right and wrong at the same time, which is kind of hard to do.
He had 3K, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I forgot it's 1800 now instead of 2200.
That cheap. It's wonderful. Just Galil's every round. So frustrating. What's an ego? Who knows anymore? But they are gonna go for it. And here we go. He's actually got 200 in the pocket. He's done by utility. Flash. That's interesting. Rocking. We'll get a 1-for-1. And there we go. Right before the smoke blooms. There's gonna be Denny's Law taking another, and the kills are stacking up. So this buy being justified in a big way. As SKADE are looking to put their 5th round on the board. Though BTN, nice and 8. Has something to say about that. Little Kobe action. Let's see if Raga and BTN can do much of anything. It's a little tricky with the AWP on the retake. They're going to go for a boost up, see if he can't get something here for free. And there's the spot. There's the kill. Now they're certainly going to commit in. Beautifully done from Raga. The panel spam taking a ton of health away from him.
Wow.
Look at the health of these 2 remaining players. As soon as someone taps this bomb, they're going to get spammed down. Molotov trying to force the issue there. Rainwaker actually going down is going to make this tougher, but Spellin's now around towards Monster. This isn't winnable anymore. Raga knows that, but he can't get away either. Spellin will take the kill. He'll retrieve the op to boot. It is going to be a 5th round for SKADE.
They've managed to break the economy for Nexus towards the end of this first half as well. So actually the 9-6 is still within the realm of possibilities here for SKADE after all. Which is honestly still an okay finish for Overpass, all things considered. And maybe even a solid finish considering the context of the fact that they got destroyed by Nexus early. But Zello, only high firepower weapon, he's putting that to good use. He's found the early pick. And that's certainly going to tip the scales here in favor of Nexus.
BTN spot. Spellin's thinking about it. Wants it, but the timing is going to be brutal here. Spellin's falling off of it. Now the timing. There's the flash. There's the peek. No one sees anybody, so there's 0 information gained. Someone knows somebody's in the neighborhood. And there's the first kill for Rainwaker, and he follow it up. Raga wants to hunt it, and he's burning alive, but he'll do the damage. Now take a while to get into rotation, to get it on towards the site, to get it planted, and figure out what they're doing in the post. So falling off of it. Now the timing. There's the flash. There's the peek. No one sees anybody, so there's 0 information gained. Someone knows somebody's in the neighborhood. And there's the first kill for Rainwaker, and he follow it up. Raga wants to hunt it, and he's burning alive, but he'll do the damage. Now Risky, so little health to play with here, and Raga knows it as a player right around the corner. Won't be able to survive. Can't hold off the CZ. And the second kill as well from Denny's Law. Opera on Opera violence there, and then a follow-up onto SXE. Now
IM were kind of, even with a solid 9-6 finish, they're going to need to sort of step up here on this T side, right? It's going to have to be a team effort. right now.
It's a little trickier to do, yeah. What I will say is it's easier to hide players who aren't necessarily performing as well on the T side because you can just have them sort of flash to set up your stars a little more effectively than CT. But still, you're right. We definitely need to see a little bit of a wake up from IM and SXE to make a little bit more noise to get something going here.
Yeah, and what's crazy is SXE only has a single flash assist or single enemy flashed. I mean, he's
No
not
utility damage.
he's not the one throwing utility, and he's not the one getting the numbers. That's not a good sign.
That is concerning. That is much more concerning now that you point that out. That doesn't look great. Shoutouts to Rainwaker, 16 effective flashes, nearly double the next closest person on the scoreboard.
That's insane.
Rocking them flashes.
Okay, here we go. We're back. I think the tech timeout will soon end. Now, I wonder how SKADE will start off this half. Are they looking to regain their confidence by going aggressive somewhere, potentially pushing A, potentially pushing Monster, you know, peeking it with flashbangs? I wonder what their approach will be, and I think their approach here will definitely set the tone. The set of utility now coming out for the Nexus side. SXE's picked up the smoke flash. And it seems like everyone is armored up. I am. You're the only one left.
What's he going to do? The big question. He's moving. He's not AFK. The great question. We go for a second set of utility or we go for armor and just straight fight it out? Gonna guess there's still a little bit of issues here. It looks like Spellin's having some router issues. So that's probably what was happening there. Hopefully that gets sorted in just a moment. His ping looks perfectly comfortable, so not anything on that end. But no one having bought on the SKADE side tells me that they're not super confident something's not going to happen yet.
Ova fraga i ostao je sam SX protiv dva igrača. Da li očekuje Denislava ovako blizu? Očekuje. SX nalazi i Denislava. Ostao je samo Raftu koji ima upravo tu malu
Straight for the con control and straight for the A presence. BTN will likely just jump spot, jiggle away 8, making sure no one's gaining ground by the second. SKADE are looking to pincer in con and water it right now.